we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live this beautiful corona-free day. Today is Friday, March the 26th at 5:32 in the morning. How are you doing? So here's the thing. I was driving, doing some thinking, and I was thinking that maybe I have more than one, but one in specific, Inconvenient Truth, that I do not like about myself. However, there are actions behind it to change it. Here's what I'm getting at. I moved to Texas at the end of 2018, roundabout, with a purpose of pursuing comedy full-time. I have a day job, I have a work ethic, it's besides the point. 2019, I busted my ass to try to get as many, I don't really like saying fans, it's kind of pretentious, but a base audience, which I prefer to say more, so I'm saying it. This way, I can start to build myself up as a comedian, become more known, stuff like that. All right? So, everywhere I went, I got everybody's Instagram, Facebook, etc., everything, you name it. 2020, year of Corona. I had tons and tons of base people that really liked and loved me and wanted to watch me. I started building up shows. I started getting ready to promote my own shows, to do big things, and then two things happened at once. If it was just one, that would be all right, but it was two. First thing that happened was Corona. And every single show that I started booking out of state at the end of 2019, which started around like the 15th of February, got canceled one by one. And I went from having a lot of momentum within the city, within the state, but a little bit less, of the Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas area. I went from having momentum to who's that guy. And I would say potentially the worst part of it, but it's kind of like a twofer, is that right as Corona was starting, somebody hacked my Facebook. So Facebook is actually tied on to Instagram, so that means I was also blocked out of my Instagram. Great. Apparently somebody took my picture and made a duplicate account with it, trying to be me or something like that, whatever, for whatever intention. And my wife saw it. She contacted Facebook, told them about it, and Facebook, jerks, but whatever, messed up, and they actually blocked my account and left the fake one open. So I was completely locked out. All my contacts, my base audience, everybody that I had gotten to know, and to keep in contact with, especially during the pandemic, was completely gone, resulting in me not being able to connect with them, reconnect with them, and even when shows started to pop off again, to be able to not just stay engaged, but to have them come out and see what I've been working on. So it was really, really shitty. However, here comes the actions, and that really pissed me off, truthfully, because of how passionate I am about comedy, amongst very few other things, jiu-jitsu being the other. But anyway, but point is this: it was a learning lesson, because since then I made a website. Check it out if you want. It's Benja, just short for Benjamin, Benja, Welldone, like good job, WELLDONE.com. Now everywhere I go, since things are now starting to slowly open, only as of like a month ago in the state of Texas, to like full capacity, or a few weeks or whatever it was. But now everywhere that I'm going, I'm getting their emails. So regardless of their social media, there's so much distractions on social media, but I feel like there's tactically a lot less distractions on if it's like a direct email, because that's like a direct contact to somebody. So I made a mailing list, I got a website, and it was actually a huge blessing. However, I'm still working on building myself back up. You know, in the Army, I really started to pursue this. I've been writing for roughly 10 years, but stage time is a lot less than that because, in short, DC is not necessarily, in my opinion, a place to progress. So that was the point of moving out here. Within a 45-mile distance, there's 5 professional comedy venues that I can not just perform shows at, but also work out material. So what I'm getting is this. I told that to somebody the other day, and I didn't like the way it really sounded because it sounded like I was making an excuse. And as far as where I'm at, because somebody says, like, where are you at, like, professionally? And then I started, and I told him, and I told him, like, where I'm at right now, which is kind of like less than before Corona started, but it was just circumstantially. Then again, I'm sure everybody is, but the point is this. Regardless of that inconvenient truth, I put actions behind it to change it. And where I'm at is I'm progressing at such a fast rate that when I start to get opportunities, the audience, the crowd, my base, everyone that I go out and meet and talk to and get their contact info, they see where I'm at. And it's much, much higher than where someone only being on stage for a very few amount of years might be at, because of how much work and everything that I put into it. Because I literally set my alarm in the mornings while it's still dark out, even on the weekends, to continue to write and progress and always be better at the thing that I care most about. And that coincides also after and with jiu-jitsu. But that's a whole other discussion. So anyway, I kind of just wanted to get that off because I didn't really have an actual answer as far as where somebody said where you're at, because I know where I'm at, but where I'm at also depends on as far as the opportunities that I'm given. But it's something that I've always said, which is if somebody doesn't give you an opportunity, make an opportunity. And then you can start to, I don't believe that you should really be waiting for people to give you things. If you get them as you're doing whatever in your existence, that's fine. But you gotta create ways and create opportunities. Because I'm a grinder, and that's what you do. If you're grinding, right, you're doing everything you can to push yourself. But I'm also pushing quality, not quantity, and that's also a whole other topic. I had this one thing that I said about living in Russia, and I realized somebody told me after a club, just from a show that I did like a week ago, that I should do more of it, and I realized that I only, this is more on the technical aspect, but I'll just say it. I realized that there were things that I said that were funny. It was like a short introduction that I didn't really expound upon. I didn't really get in a lot of detail. And I did live in Russia. And I had a lot of crazy stories and experiences. But just that small little seed of information that somebody else said as an observation, I don't ever necessarily take advice, but I observe what the advice is, and I kind of analyze it, and I did. And it was actually something that I already started to do for other material that I had, but the only difference is that this is for Russian stuff. And if it's something that I'm already doing, which is expounding more about certain information that I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of, I can actually have more material, more diverse material. Everyone can get to know me more, and I can also just show more of that diversity. And that is a big diverse thing to do. Most individuals don't even have a passport, let alone leave the country or live in another country for an extensive period or whatever else. So anyway, that's it. Just again, as always, you guys getting to know me better and me telling a little bit about myself and the things that are going on. So, inconvenient truths don't mean anything unless you have actions behind it. And the thing that pisses me off the most are the things that I'm passionate about and working towards. And I say pissed in a way of saying like motivated and inspire. It's a different kind of a concept, but some individuals, such as myself, use anger, to say the very, very least, as a way of pushing and myself and making myself better within and without, outside of myself as well, to get results. So anyway, that's all I got. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your time. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, which I rarely use, but I still got it. Hit me up. And the YouTube, all at Benja, Benja Welldone, Welldone. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your time, and I'm out. Peace.